The world is full of hidden dangers.
Police obviously didn't buy what Staples was selling. They had received a call about a child who hadn't been seen in many months.
Where unsuspecting moments can turn deadly in the blink of an eye. Some of the most jaw-dropping, real-life crimes ever caught on camera.
I covered it for now.
Okay.
I didn't want him to see it because we didn't want him to run. I don't want to look at it.
Yeah. 2242, you clear for a call?
Got my water.
All right, I'm giving you a call.
Leaving you questioning how quickly a normal day can spiral into chaos. Rock Island, Illinois. Officers respond to a disturbing tip.
I've been doing and stuff like that, and then I heard her like crying a little bit, and I asked her, I said, what's wrong?
An anonymous caller insists that 37-year-old Sushi Staples is hiding a horrifying secret inside her home, the body of her 10-year-old son.
Are you Miss Staples?
Yes, how can I help you?
So we got kind of a weird phone call. Do you know Latricia?
No,
No.
I don't know anybody out here.
Some lady called DCFS. And,
What?
And kind of made some claims that you had a child that accidentally shot themselves.
Absolutely not.
No, it sounds crazy to me too. That's what.
I am so sorry about this. My ex-husband, his new girlfriend, this broad is off the chain. I have went down to Rock Island and filed a police report on her.
Okay.
I have went and put a restraining order on her.
What's her name?
Her name is Tony. This girl is never in it. She has so many different Facebook pages she stalks me from. She has made up different names, called me from different numbers. I have changed my number, tried to do everything I can.
Right.
Unfortunately, I can never seem to get them served because they're always bouncing around in the Chicago area.
Oh, okay. They're not even down here.
They're not even.
Guys only have girls.
Yes.
Okay.
I have 4. Do you want to see them?
No. They said it was a son. I was just curious if
Sir.
that's even true.
It's not.
Okay.
It's a never-ending story with these two.
I get, like I said, I'm not trying to bother you or anything, but we get a call, no matter how crazy it sounds, we still got to come up and see if there's any truth.
And this is crazy.
It is.
This is very crazy.
Okay.
I have been living here for 6 years. My neighbors have never had a complaint. Don't you think if my neighbors would have heard something like that, they would have made a call or said something to somebody?
I would believe so, yeah.
Just think about it. It don't make no kind of sense. This girl is psycho.
Just so I can check the box off, can I look in your basement real quick and I'll get out
No,
of here?
you need a search warrant to do that. I'm sorry, I'm not about to have my rights violated because someone makes Uranus allegations like this.
I know. Like I said, it sounded crazy to me too. I'm just up here seeing if, we have to investigate it.
Now, police obviously didn't buy what Staples was selling. They had received a call about a child who hadn't been seen in many months.
When the police first knock on Sushi's door, she seems calm. Too calm. She flat out denies having a son at all. According to her, this is just some twisted plot by her ex's new girlfriend to ruin her life. But something feels off. Her story doesn't sit right, and police aren't buying it. Days later, they return. This time with a search warrant. No more games.
Warrant, please. And I can call my lawyer. Can I see the warrant before we walk any further? I'm calm.
We have a valid search.
Scared to death because I don't know what's going on.
And so the reason we're here, okay, is because we're investigating a call that we had, okay? The officers came out and talked to you last night, correct?
Yes.
Okay. We have to handle that real seriously, okay? Because the allegations are that you have a son and that he's deceased and he's here in this house. Okay, so that's where we're at right now. Do you have a son named Zion?
No, I don't.
You've never had a son named Zion?
No.
Are you claiming benefits for a kid named Zion?
No. I haven't gotten any benefits for anyone.
You filed for public aid. You got your daughter
Gotten benefits since I was in Chicago, so I'm not sure. I told you my identity was stolen. My taxes were illegally filed. I went through a whole thing with the IRS. That was not me.
But who is this Zion that was interviewed by DCFS up in Chicago, right in the presence of all your other children?
There was no one
Zion
interviewed.
Staples.
No one was interviewed. Where did it say someone named Zion Staples was interviewed?
It was.
Because the call was made about my son Kentrell by his father.
Yes.
It was never made about a
But
Zion
they
Staples.
But when they went there, there
DCFS did a
was.
report.
The only child that they spoke to, because it was regarding him, had frequent visitors. We had kids in the neighborhood come over. Some of those kids that were implicated were not, in fact, our children. They were there.
So you're saying there was a
attending
kid in your apartment that was not your kid, named Zion.
I didn't say his name was
Staples.
Zion. No.
Well, somewhere here, we've got to clear this up with this Zion Staples.
Even with officers combing through every inch of the home, Sushi sticks to her story. She claims there's no child named Zion. Never was. But detectives have something she doesn't know about. A private conversation she once had with a close friend, now turned witness. And in that conversation, Sushi admitted everything. The search continues into the garage, and that's when the nightmare becomes real. Tucked away in a metal trash can, officers find what no one should ever have to see. The decomposing remains of a young boy dressed in Spider-Man pajamas. Zion Staples. Hidden away for 8 months. Sushi Staples is arrested on the spot, charged with concealment of death and obstruction of justice. Tragic case of denial, deception, and a mother who thought she could bury the truth.
Come and turn around for me.
Oh, no. I'm going to jail? What am I going to jail for? What have I done?
You just admitted to fraud.
So now you're going to railroad me on fraud?
Railroad you what? We're trying to figure out where your kid is.
My
You're
kid.
saying that he doesn't
This
exist.
man, my kid. Cuff him, let me walk out.
We'll cuff you in front, okay?
This is embarrassing. I can get in the car. Do you got to take my dignity away and put me in cuffs in front of my neighbors?
We're not gonna put him behind you, okay?
My neighbors
We're gonna walk you to the car real quick, and then we'll get you out of here, okay?
My neighbors, they've been knowing me for 6 years. You see that badge over there? I work 2 jobs at Genesis.
I hear you.
I go to school out here. God, this is embarrassing.
A human head and hands. Like, for real human head and hands?
Yes.
This next case will drag you deep into a nightmare you can't unsee. Take a breath now, because by the end, you just might forget how to. March 1st, 2021, Colorado. A quiet neighborhood is shattered by a single phone call. On the line was a panicked mother. She told the dispatcher she was just gone into her 19-year-old son, Brian Coey's room. And what she found wasn't just disturbing, it was inhuman. She can't find the words to describe it. And honestly, she shouldn't have to. The horror in her voice says more than enough.
There is an emergency. I found something in my son's closet wrapped in a plastic bag.
Okay, what was it?
I think it's a human head.
It's a what?
I think it's a human head.
Why do you think it's that?
Because it looks like it's on ear.
Is it bloody or does it like anything like that?
Just I need to come. So I had to take a picture and send it to you. Can you just come?
Is your son there now?
He just pulled up. We wanted to make sure he was here before we called.
How old is he?
19. He's had a little bit of a fascination with the morbid, but he was channeling it, I thought, into becoming a crime scene investigator, but not so much.
Do you think he's going to be cooperative with us?
I don't know. I don't think he'll be violent. Just came back from his friend's house.
Does he have any weapons in his room, or do you guys have any in the house?
I don't know. I think that he has a shotgun, but we can certainly remove it immediately before he gets in his room. He's out by the car now, so.
Is the bag still in the closet?
No, it's in my kitchen sink. And there's a secondary bag that I have not opened.
Within minutes, officers rushed to the scene, ready to detain the suspect. But what they found caught them off guard. The boy didn't resist, didn't panic. He confessed to everything with an eerie sense of calm.
Parents have some concerns of some stuff they may have found in your room?
Yeah, I believe so.
And what would it be?
A human head and hands.
Like, for real human head and hands?
Yes.
From?
That fellow who went missing recently.
Which fellow was that?
Warren Brown.
Warren Brown? When did he go missing?
The night of the 27th.
The night of the 27th? Okay, and how did you end up with him?
I murdered him.
With what?
A knife.
Why would you have done that?
I've always wondered what murder felt like.
Okay.
Tried disposing of his body by putting it in the river, but
Okay,
I parked too low in the river. And
where's the rest of his body at?
Huh?
Where's the rest of the body at?
What parts?
The body, Brian. Where's his body?
Down the river.
Okay. I'm gonna have you walk over here. You're gonna sit in the back of my partner's patrol car for a minute, okay? Not yet. Okay. Just sit back there and hang out for me, okay?
I'm good, sir. How are you? You said your name's Brian?
Yeah. I'm not feeling too well.
You're not feeling too well? All right.
No, these past few days I've been very, very anxious.
That's understandable. So what we're going to have you do here is I'm just going to have you sit in the back here, okay? I'm going to turn on the air for you in a second. That way you're not too hot. Are you a hot-blooded or cold-blooded kind of guy?
I am very cold-blooded. I prefer cold. Well, no, actually, sorry. Hot-blooded.
Hot-blooded. So you prefer the cold. Okay, fantastic. All right. So hop in here. I know you're tall, so it's a little bit of a tight squeeze, but like I said, I'll get that air on for you.
Sorry about that.
All right.
After his cold confession of ending the life of 69-year-old Warren Barnes, Cohey was directed to the patrol car. Meanwhile, officers stepped into the house to find the hidden remains of Barnes.
Inside,
let's
please.
walk you off through what happened in the
Okay.
Let me do it. You go inside.
Well, let's stay out here with me for a minute.
Sit down. Come on, sit down, baby.
Can I go in there and verify here first?
Oh, yeah, please.
Let me
We
go
haven't
do that.
seen it. Yeah, we
Okay.
haven't looked at it.
It's under the towel in the sink.
Okay.
Yeah, Say what you mother. Give her.
Just make sure that guy goes in the car first.
I can say yeah. You can go in the sink, right?
Well, yeah,
Sink
okay.
right there. No,
Yeah.
house is empty.
Okay.
had a bad feeling about what happened this weekend.
Okay.
And she said there's a bag in his closet, and she opened it up. And she called me and said, get over here right now. I covered it with the towel.
Okay.
I didn't want him to see it because we didn't want him to run. I don't want to look at it.
Yep. 2242, you clear for a call?
Got my water.
All right, I'm giving you a call.
Let me know when we want to start.
Yeah, let me get this figured out. Oh, yeah, you might want to call investigations. So, oh yeah, he already, I asked him what was going on. He said, I killed a guy. I stabbed him, that's his head. I dumped his body in the river. So I guess this guy's name is like Warren Brown or something. So, all right, I'm gonna secure the house. And he said there should be hands and the head's in the sink. The body is in the river. So, what's that? Yeah. What's that? Oh, does it sound by my voice that it looks real? It is. So,
once the horror was confirmed, officers turned to Brian's father, pressing him to retrace the past 24 hours. His account would only deepen the darkness surrounding this case.
I know you guys have a lot going on.
for what, the car crash?
Yeah, the whole incident.
With the evidence secured, officers began transporting Brian to the station for questioning.
It was under this bridge.
It was under this bridge?
Yeah.
Okay. Like right there under the bridge?
Yeah.
Or?
This side of the bridge. Behind one of these support poles.
Okay. Keep going. Take another left. Hard left. Right here. Right here. Sorry. You're all right. So have a seat, and we'll be with you in a moment, okay? Thanks, Brian.
The investigation wrapped up. It was time for Brian to face justice. On January 17th, 2023, he was formally charged with first-degree murder, tampering with a corpse, and evidence manipulation. He pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity, but the court rejected his claim. The sentence? Life behind bars, plus 13.5 years, without the possibility of parole. Today, at just 22 years old, Brian Coey is locked away inside Colorado's Buena Vista Correctional Facility, where he'll remain for the rest of his life.